Hello, my friends in the YouTube pipe community. It is the afternoon of Sunday, February 23rd of 2020, and it's a gorgeous day in Massachusetts. The temperature started out this morning bone-chillingly cold, and right now it's in the low 50s with bright sunshine, and so I'm digging it. And since I didn't have any other business on the day to speak of, other than domestic stuff, I wanted to go raid my cellar and find something that I thought would be interesting. And I did, and I want to share this with you. In this innocent-looking Indian motorcycle cigar box, I've got something you need to see. This weighs a net weight of 1 pound, okay? This is a pound of stuff that I bought, and I have been cellaring for about 2 years, and we're going to experience it together. So here you go. This, it's from Mac Baren, and it's one of the HH blends. Check this out. Now dig this. Look at this packaging. Mac Baren HH Bold Kentucky Flake, 1 pound. Look at how they package this, if you've never bought it before. If you have, then it's no surprise to you, but I put it in the bag, but look at the gold. Look at the nice gold sort of envelope they put this in. Check it out. God, don't let me drop this. All right. How's that for cool? Dig this. There's nothing sealing this together. It's just folded. Look at this. Look at that product. That is a stack of slices of some of the densest tobacco I've ever seen in my life. And I'll take one out. Look. Well, I'll take one jagged one off the end there. That is beautiful, and it's dense, and oh my God, that smells so plummy and rich. Now I'm going to take one slice out to process. I'm going to close this back up. You see why I was afraid of dropping this? There's just a pile of flake, basically in a nice neat row, you know, with nothing sealing this foil package together. It's just a folded foil, you know, cardboard foil. So let's put this back in the bag. And we'll see how the stuff handles. Get the air out of there. Back to my Indian motorcycle cigar box. Oh, got to put it back in this box. I keep the packaging from everything I buy. I'm a pack rat, but it helps me to identify stuff at a glance. So that aside, here is our flake. It's coming apart, but it's still pretty moist. Not wet, just, you know, you can feel the oils in it. You can feel the content. Oh my God, they just smell, nothing smells like that. I wouldn't know how to compare it to anything. I guess plummy, like they say. There's a tad of smoke in it. Just very organic smelling. I don't know how to put it. Very botanical. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this lid. It actually came off a Maltese Falcon can, and I'm going to use this to break this flake up and let it dry a little bit. So I'm just going to take this flake, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch off maybe 1/4 inch at a time and roll that out into this. So I'm going to kind of wad it together like that, pinch off the end, And just, I'm not going to roll it into tiny grains of sand because that would kind of ruin the quality. But I'm just going to break it up like that, little pieces. I'm thinking this is probably ready to smoke just like it is, but I think I'm still going to let it breathe a bit. It feels pretty good. It's offering some resistance. It's a fairly tough flake. See what I'm getting? There's more than a bowl in one flake, that's for sure, unless you're smoking a really big pipe. But I'm going to use my Savinelli Alligator, which is about a medium-sized pipe. I mean, it's considered a large pipe, I guess, but, you know, not in the large category, just among standard Savinelli blend models, that would be considered one of their large ones. This is what we got.
You have 4 currently on.
I don't care. Don't you love it when your phone thinks you said something to it? Let me bring it back up where we were before, kind of. I gotta look in the computer screen and see where we're at. Okay. This is what we get. You see, just a nice broken up pattern. Now it looks kind of like a rubbed out flake. And I'm going to let that breathe for a few minutes, so I'll be back. Let me get you back up here. Back in a flash. Okay, well, we're back. I let this sit out and dry out for about, I don't know, 20 minutes. Put my focus back on automatic. I had to put the focus on manual so that you could see that it would not focus on it for some reason unless I did it. 20 minutes is a substantial amount of drying time for this stuff, it seems, because this is much drier. So let's go ahead and fill the pipe. Alrighty. Mr. Savinelli, Blue Alligator. That's an alligator. That's a 626, I think. My number got kind of chewed by the rusticating that they did, but anyway, it's a beautiful pipe. It's one of my best pipes, if not the. Certainly very pretty. I love that stem. All right, here we go. As I said, it's most likely that this is more than one bowl full. So I'm going to do kind of the traditional method of pinching some in there. How do I do this? Pinching a bit in, lightly tamping it in. See, can I move you any closer? So, I put a little bit in, lightly pushed it, just to not leave, just to leave some airspace in that bottom portion for drawing purposes. The next pinch that goes in, I'm going to probably just tap it in a bit harder than the first one, but still not hard. And then the last one, I'm guessing it will be the last one, the top layer, I'm putting on a bit more pressure. Pretty good pressure. Not huge. You never want to eliminate the airspace between the flakes in there. You want to be able to light it and have it stay lit. And I've got that much left over after filling this bowl. Which now you're faced with the conundrum of where do I store that much? Well, I happen to have a Maltese Falcon can that is empty, and I think it's going to suffice. Because when I smell them, they're not all that different from each other anyway, so I'm just going to put that in there. I'll probably end up smoking it shortly. Alright, cover that up. Alright. Alrighty. Back to my ugly mug. This stuff When they say dark fired, it's really hits it right on the head because it tastes very dark. It's got that sort of plum thing that people talk about. It does come through in that first light. And it's a very, very assertive flavor. Dark. Maybe a little bit what you might call it yeasty. Smoky. Not like Latakia smoky, really. Just a smokiness that doesn't taste like a chimney. Just smells like something that's been darkened. If you like sweet, this is only slightly sweet. Not that sweet. But you get the plant. You know what I mean? You get the tobacco plant. It is organic tasting. If you follow me. It has that habit that some tobaccos have of instantly invading your face. It goes up into your nasal passages. It goes into your throat. And, it makes its way down to your stomach. Some people don't smoke Latakia blends because they tend to coat the mouth. This is doing something like that. It's very, very intense. This is not what I would call an all-day smoke. No. This would be your occasion smoke. This would be you got a friend coming over to shoot the bologna and watch a movie and he likes pipes. You might give him a flake of this. Because it's something that you can talk over. It draws your attention. I'm having to smoke it kind of fast because maybe I didn't let it dry out long enough. But if I were to take this pipe now and put it down, the heat from the first lighting is probably adequate to dry the rest of it out in the bowl if I let it sit for a while. But when you do that, you got to figure on giving that about an hour. You veteran pipe smokers, you all do it, your own way, whatever way you do it. For people who are just kind of getting started, this is how I found it to work. If you light something and it still seems like it was a bit moist when you lit it, leave it alone, let it go out, put it down, and if you come back to it, usually like within the hour, you'll find that it's got a different character now. What you don't want to do is you don't want to fill your stem up with the condensed steam from drawing heat through tobacco that's still too moist. With a hard-pressed flake like this, with hard-pressed, bold Kentucky flake like this, it can fool you. It's so hard it almost feels like, I don't know, like a piece of linoleum in your finger, in your hands. And when you go to assess the moisture content, like I was doing, I couldn't tell if it was oils or if it was a water content in there. There's going to be some of both, of course. So I let it dry out about 20 minutes really, and it might not have been enough. So I might have to come back to this one, but I think I want to give it one more shot and see if it'll stay lit for me. When you tamp down, you're only bringing the spark closer to the unburned tobacco. You're not compressing the tobacco. You don't really want to do that, or else it'll never light right for you. Sometimes I watch it when I light it to see if the flake begins to puff up. When that happens, it usually means that the spark is penetrating down. And that's what you want. But let it take its time. Just keep it started. I think we got it that time. Already, because it lit correctly. There's a different flavor. So rich. Not a smoke for the faint-hearted. And I would imagine if you smoke this too fast, you'll probably get green. If you've ever been nicotine sick, you'll know what I'm talking about. It ain't no joyride. Anyway, I don't want to drag it on too long. If you want to see what this stuff is made of, plenty of websites will tell you that. I don't spend my time talking about it. I do taste a few notes in there. You can almost see that there's some lighter notes inside the ribbon. There's some lighter note that could be some kind of Virginia, I'm guessing. Probably a good amount of burley, I think. But definitely a dark, heavy, flavorful blend. The room note that I'm getting is what they would call distinctive. I don't think Sister Margaret, walking by would say, "Oh, that smells nice." Probably not. It's really something. It's nice. It's certainly a cellar treasure, that's for sure. There's so much of it there, it would probably take me a couple of years to get through all of it. Because I'm not going to smoke this every day, but I do like it. So, if you want to try something bold, Mac Baren is not lying when they call that stuff, bold Kentucky Flake. It's a hard-pressed, heavy, dense occasion smoke. And if you try it out, let me know what you think of it. I'm giving it, on a scale of 1 to 10, used as an occasional smoke, I'd give this about a 9. Yeah, I'd say it's about right. It's almost perfect. There's a couple little notes in there that I don't care for. There's a slight bitterness. Some people actually like that. And I do sometimes. But I think in this particular context, the bitterness that I'm getting is only ever so slightly unpleasant to me. Maybe it's because I'm not used to it. Anyway, Mac Baren, HH, Bold Kentucky Flake. Don't buy a pound of it like I did, because you'll be stuck with it for the rest of your life. But try a little bag, see what you think. Hope everything else is going well for you. Thank you once again for stopping by my channel. Springtime can't come fast enough for me. I don't know how you feel. But I will see you again soon. And until then, good luck with everything you do. And take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other.